Tracy Reed here today, back at it with day 10 of my December daily, and today I am rounding up a bunch of photos from the month of all of the animals being festive. I don't know about you, but I like to collect stories throughout the month. I don't always do every day a new, like whatever happened that day. Sometimes I like to round up things like this of all of the photos of the animals being festive, wearing jammies and hats and sitting by the tree and literally in the lights, to create one story that is the overarching story and not just the story of the day. So for this one, I have the back of the previous day's 4-up 3x4 pocket protector, as well as I decided to pair it with this foundation page that I made in my No Stress December Daily foundation pages with the Citrus Twist Kits Warm Christmas Wishes collection or printables. So that is where I'm starting. Since I was using that, I decided to pull out the rest of those printables and see how I could make it work. I feel like this fun color palette sort of lightened up and brightened up all of these photos and made the whole thing a lot more fun than it would have been if I had used a traditional colored palette or colored collection for this page. So I really like the way that made it fun and gave me like a springboard for this page, because I just really wanted to add in some layering and just do a more traditional stick and plonk sort of scrapbook page. We're having a few events tonight that are going to go in this album too. So I just wanted to sort of transition into something, more event style things with something a little bit fun and almost like a break in the story, right? Like we have the story of what's happening in December, all the things that we do in December. Plus we have the story of the little things like this that happen throughout the month too. And I like to use these little things as sort of a story break, just a fun little insert to transition into the next stage of Christmas, which is more performances, more events, more things that we're doing. This is a particularly busy December season. It's not always this busy for us, but it has been pretty busy this year. So I like this sort of pause, enjoy something cute and small, and then move on. So you can see I'm adding all of my photos at an angle. I decided to go a little jaunty because the collection is jaunty, and I have all of these oh what fun, holly jolly, those sort of things that are cut out from the paper, one of the papers in the printable set. So I'm adding those in, but I decided that that wasn't really doing it for me. I was a little bit bored with what was happening here because it's just a lot of words, a lot of bright colors, and not a lot of icons going on. So I put all this down, and then I decided to turn the camera off and go through the embellishments from the Oh What Fun collection from Citrus Twist Kits, get those out and see what I can incorporate into this layout as well. So there are a lot of more traditional things in the Oh What Fun collection, but there are also a lot of just really colorful or black and white things that I thought I could incorporate pretty well. So I have these two clusters that I created in that same foundation page video that I created the page in, and I decided that I wanted to use this one that says good cheer rather than just a girl who loves Christmas. And I'm going to start just adding embellishments on my photos and on my page. I'm just enjoying it, just being nice and calm. I don't really have a plan. I don't have a big to do. I'm just going to stick these down and enjoy a more simple spread. Well, simple for me. I've noticed that this year I am definitely going a bit more of the easy, simple storytelling route rather than the pages that really I guess, wow or cause a stir on social media. I really just want to not burn out on this project before I get to the end, which when I go crazy sometimes, or when I get real wild with my pages, sometimes by the end you feel like you've run out of interesting ideas that are going to make a splash on social media. So you kind of burn out, and I don't want to do that this year. I'm staying more true to an easier, simpler Christmas this year, so I thought that that would ring through to my December daily as well. And I'm really enjoying less stress, maybe less views, which is fine with me, but less stress, more enjoyment of this project. So you can see I've just added in a few things here and there. I like all of these really colorful embellishments. So the Oh What Fun collection is basically black and white with a few pops of color, but the embellishments bring in a little bit more color than the papers do. So I'm enjoying incorporating those into these more colorful printables for the warm winter wishes. Oof, warm Christmas wishes, I think. More warm Christmas wishes printables. I think it matches really well. I'm also going to incorporate a little bit more black and white too, since almost all of my photos involve black in some way. Actually, they all do. My cats are black, I'm wearing black, my dog is black. The only one that stands out is Libby. She's blonde, and she's the only one in the house. So there's so much black in these photos. I wanted to incorporate some of the black and white bits into these pages as well, just to incorporate the tones of the photo into the tones of the page too. So I have all these little hearts, so you can see I'm incorporating that black and white holly. I'm also going to bring in the black and white puffy heart stickers from the Oh What Fun collection. Couldn't decide where I wanted this present to be. I thought that there was a weird like white space in that photo there, so I was like auditioning things to go in that white space, but nothing really made sense. I ended up putting something else there later. But I just, when I scrapbook like this, I just kind of go back and forth until it looks right. I don't focus on one pocket at a time. I don't focus on the layout one at a time. I just pop back and forth, going through. I'm basically letting the embellishments lead me. Does this embellishment work here? Does this embellishment work here? No, toss it, move on. I think that that is the most intuitive way for me to scrapbook like this, is to just test everything out and see where it fits, and if it doesn't fit, then toss it aside, move on to something else that might fit. I could not figure out how I wanted those mittens to wrap around the present, but I knew I wanted to use the mittens because obviously she's all dressed up. I like her hat. Of course, I don't know why they make hats for dogs. They don't stay on. My dog's ears go through the holes and look weird, but like it doesn't stay on. I guess maybe it was made for a dog smaller than her, maybe. She's a pretty small dog, but not tiny, tiny. I wanted to still have that Oh What Fun in there, so I added it at the top. More black and white. I still feel like there's not enough happening down in that corner, so I'm kind of just trying to fill up the space and figure out what needs to go there. I took those yellow stars that were on that cluster that I pre-made, and I distributed them throughout the layout too, so they sort of frame the whole thing. And this is when I found this hat. It's not really washi tape, it's like a border sticker. I found these hats. I thought that that was going to be perfect, so I'm going to make a little ribbon banner sticking out the side. And that filled up the space enough that I was satisfied, and it brought in more of that same cute motif so that it would finish off the vibe of the layout. Perfect. So now I'm getting close to done. I do go ahead and I'm going to change out that Simple Joys journaling card to one of the black and white ones from the Oh What Fun collection instead. I do that off camera when I go to print. But here we go. Black and white hearts, I thought, filled up that space nicely. I did the one black and white, and then I'm going to use these cardstock ones in color just so that this whole card isn't all black and white. I'm going to do this pink one here, and then I'm going to do a blue one a little bit higher. And then I decided that I needed some more black on the other side of the page, so I decided to bring in one of Citrus Twist's alphabets in their store that is black and white. Well, it's just black, and that's where I'm going to add the number above the Oh What Fun. I like the way that this mistletoe sticker framed that photo. I guess cardstock, not sticker. And I like that it was mostly white with a little bit of black since that photo was so dark. Now I'm going to bring in the alphabet, and then I'll add one more black heart on the side of the alphabet and call it good. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Tracy Ann Reed. I'd love to see you over there as well. There's a link in the description box below to the blog post for this page for credits and still images, and I will see you next time. Thank you.